The Fanatical Massholes Show is sponsored by Big Belly Barbecue. If you're looking to get a plate or looking to try something different, hit up Timothy Brunfield, Timothy D. Brunfield on Facebook, Fat Boy the Chef on Instagram. Big Belly Barbecue is the name of his company. He specializes in fried lobster tail, lobster mac and cheese, Cajun wings, the works, etc., etc. He has all that and more. Like I said, if you're looking to get catered, he'll take care of you. You will not be disappointed. Big Belly Barbecue is the name of his company. Fat Boy the Chef on Instagram. Timothy D. Brunfield on Facebook. Check them out. All right, let's get to the show.
They slept on me. Platinum. Guess what? We coming back at you. Sure will. We ain't playing no games. We gonna cross that finish line, y'all. I'ma cross the finish line. Finish line. I'ma cross the finish line. Finish line. I'ma cross the finish line. Finish line. I'ma go out there, get mine. As a motherfucking beat drop. Tell you something now, I'm hip. Ain't no
Hey, yo.
hell there. I'ma set it on fire.
What's going on? Good Friday evening to everybody out there. Welcome to the best sports podcast going right now on the internet, YouTube, whatever, to your TV screen. You know what I'm trying to say here. It's the Fanatical Massholes Show, where we give our unedited, unfiltered, unapologetic opinion on everything that's going on in sports this week. And that's been going on. So strap in with us. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's your boy Mizzo. I got my guys with me, my brother them, Marky, Wakil. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on? It's been a while, fellas.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Back. Marky came back. Who knows where the hell he was at? He's watching
Life,
animation.
man, life.
Life been life, and I hear you, brother.
Exactly. Life's been lifing.
Welcome back. You already know. So you see, you always got your spot here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's enough of the pleasantries. We got some heated debates going on right now. You know what we're gonna get into. So we got a good show for y'all today. Obviously, we're gonna talk about the coaches new coaches that got hired. Were they good hires? How do we feel about them? We're gonna get into obviously our picks. Tight up. We got picks. The championship Sunday. That's what's going on. All right. All the teams from that we didn't get to from the wild card to the division. How we feeling about them if we're fans of those teams? And I got a bozo for y'all. Somebody popular. You know what I mean? He's gonna get the bozo of the week this week. And we got a heated debate about something. So we're gonna strap in for that as well. You know what I mean? Again, appreciate y'all for joining us. Remember, like, subscribe, share, comment, support the movement. All right, fellas, let's get into it. So first, let's talk about some coaches that got hired. So new coaches, obviously Mike Vrabel was hired about a couple weeks ago. We knew that was going to happen. Again, I talked about it. Why interview Byron Leftwich and Pep Hamilton if you really wasn't going to hire him? That was corny. You knew, you know what I mean? But that, and again, that's we could talk about the DEI thing later. We all know that whole, not DEI, but the whole Rooney Rule is basically that. Just get rid of it. You don't, hire who you want to hire, man.
Yeah, get rid of it, man. Just merit-based. It should be merit-based.
Right, it's being corny, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't want to interview them, then don't interview any black candidates. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like some of them deserved it, but if you don't want to interview them, then don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like with Liam Cohen, we're going to get into him.
I feel like just the race thing has gotten too far out of hand. Like, every time someone doesn't get an interview or doesn't get a job, I just feel like they're screaming color. Like,
right.
You're like Eric Benamy like 4 years ago, remember?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, so he's black. Well, come to find out, he was just a moron.
He just wasn't that really. Yeah,
he just wasn't that dude.
Wasn't that good. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I want to see. I want to see people to look like me get the opportunities based on merit as well. I don't want them to just get it because they're black, but I mean, I want to see them get it. And if they're getting passed
because
over,
that's how you set it back. Because that's what Because that's how you have. Sorry to say it, Gerard Mayo, Antonio Pierce, guys who are in way over their head.
Right.
Maybe they can be good coaches, but this season for both them.
Yeah. I feel like with that, before we get to the coaches, I've come around to Gerard Mayo. I didn't like how they did him, but as the reports started to come out more, it was like, yeah, he was definitely way in over his head. Like, he was definitely way in over his head. Antonio Pierce, I don't think so. I don't think so on Antonio Pierce. I think he was given a raw deal. That's just my opinion. I think he's giving
yes and no. Like I feel like he had the raw stuff, but when you looked at free agency and you looked at the draft and you looked at the you looked at he fumbled the whole rest of the way.
Right.
All Antonio Pierce could do was get you to run through a brick wall. He couldn't do the X's and O's and the players because listen, you see Michael Penix go at 8 to a team you didn't expect. You don't call Chicago.
Yeah.
All the Jets who said, "Hey guys, hoping for business."
Yeah.
Get the pick.
Right.
And you sit there. That's what I'm saying. Like the free agent signings, like you were like ready to roll with Aiden O'Connell.
Well,
he made some
they got
really questionable personnel decisions where that's where I think he was in over his head. Right. Personnel, X's and O's, motivational coach speak, ready to run through a wall. He's your guy.
Got it. Yeah.
Gerard Mayo was in over his head all over.
Period. Yeah, all the way around. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was just. They promised him something, and they had to honor that deal. But, and again, I still don't like how they did it, but I get it. Like, but still, like, then just don't do it. Mike Vrabel was available when Bill Belichick left. You should have just went with Mike Vrabel. But anyway,
I don't think they were expecting him to be this fucking like incompetent though. Like that's what I'm saying.
Right.
They were expecting some lumps, but they weren't expecting anywhere close.
That's kind of what Kraft was saying in his thing when in his speech when he's like his speech. Excuse me. What I meant to say is when he was like I put him in an untenable situation, you know what I mean? Like, that's what he basically, paraphrasing, that's what he basically was saying. Look, I didn't think he was going to be, I thought he would handle it a little better, and he couldn't, you know what I'm saying? So that's a fortunate situation. But anyway, let's get to the coaches. So we got Mike Vrabel was hired a couple weeks ago, like I said. We got Ben Johnson to the Bears. Aaron Glenn to the Jets. Liam Cohen, we'll get to the Bucks. We'll get into that. And Pete Carroll to the Raiders. Just speaking about the Raiders. Excuse my language. What's the best and worst hire out of these five? Best and worst. Marky, I'll start with you, bro.
I'm gonna call it the worst hire because I just don't think the team is gonna fit what he wants to do.
Yeah.
I think it's Cohen in Jacksonville. I think him and Ben Johnson should have swapped.
Okay.
Like I really feel like because you have ETN and Bigsby. Monty Gibbs, solid O-line. You have a big possession receiver and a deep threat in Brian Thomas. You have Gabe Davis, and you have a slot.
Christian Kirk, don't you still?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, and I feel like for the way he does it, play action, dink, dunk, that's going to be Trevor Lawrence's game. He's going to hit you over the top with some crazy shit. Now, Liam Cohen's going to come in and try and spread it all out. That's Chicago. You let Caleb Williams do that. You let him run around back there, make plays, move the pocket. Caleb and Baker play the same for the most part, I think. I think they're very similar in how they play. They're looking to extend the play. They're looking for the big shot every time.
And
that's his offense.
That's
his offense. And you have it with DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and Roma Dunze.
Absolutely.
I feel like they should have swapped.
Go ahead, Wakil. You're refuting that. Go ahead, bro. Tell them why. Tell them why not. Tell them why no way.
I think the reason why the Ben Johnson hiring for the Bears was important because we need an offensive line. So in order to get the big shot plays, you got to protect the quarterback in order to get them big plays. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know about that, bro. I think both of them hirings was okay. And plus, Trevor Lawrence.
I think Ben Johnson going to Chicago wasn't bad. I just think Liam Cohen in Jacksonville's bad. I just think if you wanted a perfect scenario, that's what it would have been. I think Ben Johnson will succeed anywhere he goes.
Right. Okay. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't think Ben Johnson and the Bears was bad. I just would have liked to have seen it swapped.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the good hire?
Aaron Glenn to the Jets.
I was just gonna I'm agreeing with you there. That's a slam dunk. That's a great hire.
As long as Woody Johnson and his fucking team
stays out the way. Yeah, his son. I don't understand.
Yeah, and Aaron Glenn, I can promise you that Aaron Glenn ain't gonna be that guy to let that happen.
Yeah, you're not trading for players based off Madden ratings and things like that. Like, come on, man. Like, dude, do you even play Madden? I mean, do you play Madden that good? Like, I don't understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. That's crazy, man. Like, so, I agree with you. Like, I don't know. I would say, man, I don't want to do this to him, man, but Pete Carroll, man, I just feel like, listen, it's a safe hire. He's a franchise stabilizer. But I don't know, man. The cupboard's bare in Las Vegas, man. They need a lot. They need a lot, man. Pete Carroll don't got that type of runway. I'm just keeping it a band.
I think that's why they brought Pete Carroll in, because they're going to give him 3 years minimum.
Well, that's all he got. I mean, I hate to say it like that. He's 3?
That's true, but I mean, he's a
young 73. He's spry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like you had Bruce Arians, who was pretty damn old at the time and won the Super Bowl. Like Andy Reid ain't no spring chicken either himself.
He's not 70 though.
But I mean, let's kind of. I mean, he's elderly. He's really overweight.
He's like 60. Yeah, he's right. He's probably mid-60s. I mean, Pete Carroll's by far the oldest coach right now in the league right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I think if you're going to talk like health conditions, who could probably run it out longer?
Well, that's Pete. Of course, Pete Carroll. He's outrunning me probably. I don't. Yeah. Like Pete Carroll goes hard. Like he don't play around.
That's why I think it's a safe hire and it's a good hire because that's what the Raiders have been missing since.
That's what I'm saying. He's a stabilizer. But I just don't. I just feel like this. I feel like maybe I'm wrong. I feel like they're like 4 or 5 years away, not 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't think so?
Dude, no. Okay. I don't. All it takes is, I mean, dude, your Commanders are a perfect example. No one.
Yeah, I got
anywhere near this. It takes 1-2 guys to turn it around.
Okay, but who's the quarterback in this class? They're not going to get Shador or Cam Ward, so it was quarterback with us.
I mean, they're picking. They're picking at what 3?
No, they pick at. I think you're right, but I don't think
they're top 5. I know that.
Yeah, they are top 5, but they're not getting Shador. They got Shador going to either the Giants or the Browns.
Most reports I've read, but the Giants are behind Oakland, I thought. I mean, Vegas.
No.
I thought it was.
I think it's a Giant one. And
it's Tennessee,
Cleveland,
the Raiders.
Raiders, then I think New England.
So Raiders are at 3.
Oh, you right? Maybe you're right. Hold on.
So the Raiders are at 3. I don't think Schroeder's going to the Giants. He said no. He doesn't want to go there.
Shador Sanders, you saying?
Colin said, I don't want to go there.
Shador Sanders?
Shador, yeah. I don't think he's going there. And not only that, everything I've been seeing and reading from beat writers, insiders on everywhere is everyone has him.
Nah, the Raiders are 6. That's what it is. So it's Tennessee, Cleveland, the Giants, Patriots, Jaguars, Raiders, Jets.
Oh wow! I thought the Raiders
Panthers, Saints and Bears round out the top 10. That's the 10.
You know what?
First 10 picks.
I would not be surprised if Derek Carr makes a return as a gap.
Whoa.
That'd be crazy. That'd be stupid.
Well, listen, he got a raw deal from McDaniels. If anyone remembers McDaniels' first run as a head coach, he did the same shit in Denver.
Yeah.
He literally traded their star quarterback and traded their star receiver.
Jay Cutler.
Brandon Marshall. He gets rid of Derek Carr. He gets, again, 2 best friends. Gets rid of them.
That's why Josh McDaniels will never be a coach again. All right.
Yeah, well, he's back in fucking New England.
No, well, I mean, offensive coordinator. Well, you know what I mean? I knew that was going to happen, man. You got to bring the gang back. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they mended fences with Gerard Mayo and brought him back. Like, yo, hey, let's get you seasoned as a real.
I think that's what they need to do. He needs way more time.
Don't cut him out. Don't just let him go. Bring him back. Like, yo, look. Let's bring him back and make him a
coach, assistant defensive coordinator.
Right. Bring him back
where he can sit and learn.
Right. Let him sit and learn. Right. You know what I mean?
I think that as far as these coaches that got hired or whatever, sometimes you got to go into different positions where you're not used to. Like, take for instance, Ben Johnson. He was with Jared Goff, former number 1 pick. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And at least made him look decent because when he was with the Rams, all I could remember was him getting carried to the Super Bowl by a good defense with the
Whoa, he put up like 45
Goff was
he
in
put
the
up like
MVP
45
conversation that year.
Yeah, he put up like 45 on the Chiefs, 51.
But that was the Chiefs was garbage. What's his name back then? Like
No, they were the highest scoring offenses.
Yeah, that was Mahomes. That was Mahomes' first year starting. Yeah, he had Todd Gurley. Who the hell was his receivers? Damn.
Yeah, the year he went to the Super Bowl, he almost threw for 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. Like, I mean,
yeah.
But then you had what happened to him against Washington. He had them games.
I mean,
but if you look at the roster, his receiving core wasn't anything special. Washed up Sammy Watkins, Brandon Cooks.
Yes.
I mean, Robert Woods, who's never been a number one, but it was Goff and Gurley. Goff, Gurley, Donald. That's what they had.
Well, I know that. He was listen, they was catching passes though, they was doing their thing. Can't really say that, but I know what you're saying. So good.
He had a better receiving core with Detroit then.
Oh, 100%.
Yes, 100%. Way better.
Okay. Then you get to the NFC Championship game last year.
That was Dan Campbell. I can't put it all on him. Dan Campbell made dumb mistakes. They was up on San Francisco. You shouldn't have went for it as many times as went for it on fourth down. I can't do that to Jared Goff. Jared Goff's all right, man. This year, listen, I was watching the game. I'm happy what my Commanders did to him. That pick six, Commanders forced them to play away, which I didn't expect Detroit to play like that. They played with a sense of not urgency, but they played too fast. Like they got out of their game plan and wanted to throw a lot more. Like we know, it's my team. I love the Commanders. We know they can't stop the run. It should have been Jahmyr Gibbs, and David Montgomery. Slow the game down. But they tried to just score. Commanders was throwing all over because you got 18 players on in the reserve, which doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, your defense is depleted. Commanders are going to score. So you run the ball. Keep the ball a little bit. That's my.
Yeah, but see, when you're in those kind of games, and it's if you're playing in a game and you're seeing a shootout, you need to shoot out. Like you have to.
If
I'm honest, I don't think they got them off their games. A couple of those turnovers were just fucking incredible plays. Like that post route in the end zone.
That play was a good play. That was a great play.
I was that's a touchdown.
Yeah, exactly.
No, and it just out of nowhere.
Mikey Sanders still just undercut. That was crazy.
There was another one too where I think it was him too. He undercut a route again where I was like,
"Well, I think that was the last one." No, that was the pick from when they did the trick play. And they had Jameson Williams throw the pass. Yeah,
well, that was a bad throw, but there was another. They had 4 turnovers, and two of them I were like,
Mikey Sanders still had
dude, 9 out of 10 times they make that throw.
No, well, yeah, he had three picks. One was a strip sack, a strip fumble. One was a strip fumble. One of the picks was pick six by Martin. Martin picked six. Sanders still had 2 picks. One was on Jameson Williams. Oh, actually, so Goff only threw 2 picks. My bad. He didn't throw 3.
Yeah, the Lions had 4 total turnovers.
Yeah. So, I mean, I get what you're trying to say, Wakil, about but listen, I think Ben Johnson's a good hire for the Bears, though.
I think he's a good hire for the Bears. I would have just thought his perfect situation was Jacksonville. And I thought Cohen's perfect situation was Chicago.
Look, I'm going to say it like this, bro, and I'm not trying to crap on your Bears. I know I mess with you all the time. I'm about to, but I'm not trying to. I'm saying you got to listen. Caleb Williams has to learn to play. When the play's over, let it go.
Save it for next year.
I'm just saying, 68 of them sacks. 68 of them sacks ain't on the whole. That's not on the whole, or that's not on the offensive line.
No, it's not on the offensive line. Totally. Part of that was his fault. But again, he's a rookie. Most rookies, back to y'all point we talked about in one of the shows. And again.
Well, that was when we were growing up, bro. Nowadays the rookies are expected to do more. It's not the same when we watch football when we were kids.
Mature as a person.
Yeah, as far as his numbers, 20 touchdowns, 6 picks. I mean, multiple fumbles, but I give the man props for a team that was really supposed to do more, but then was uninspired after a certain time in the season, especially specifically after that Commanders game.
Yeah.
Get a man props, man. And then
I can't.
just
But Wakil, you know why I can't though? Hey, Wakil, before you go.
Hold on, let me make this point.
Go.
You look at the Detroit game.
Mm-hmm.
They barely beat us in that game. Depleted defense, whatever the case may be, you can make that case. But we should have beat them in one of those games. The Packers game, the last game of the season. Packers really should have won that game. I remember hearing people on the radio station here in Wisconsin saying that, oh yeah, the Packers lost that game against Minnesota. It was going to be, I forgot what their record would have been, 13-4 or something like that, or 14-3. They said that they was going to beat the Bears like that was ain't then.
And they didn't.
And they didn't.
Beat them.
So
right.
What I'm saying is, I hear what you're saying. The man, he had all these weapons or whatever, more weapons than with Jaden Daniels. So I could see where they play to Jaden Daniels' strength as far as what he had, as far as his weapons. I mean, I'm just saying. So when it came to Caleb, you got.
I don't think Caleb has the it factor. I think he's.
You're making my point for me.
I think he's too egotistical.
You made my point for me.
Himself. He may not put it out there in the media, but you can tell by the way he dresses, his body language. You know, the stuff he knows, the stuff he does. Like,
I don't think the youngest, man, bro. Like that's the young people. Like majority of
but here's the thing: you can do that when you earn it. Jaden Daniels can now, like he signed Terrion Arnold's jersey, 3-2-1. See you in Cancun. He can do that.
Yeah.
He earned it.
I
Caleb
get that.
Williams can't be out here
but
like
look.
in the Matrix with painting his fucking fingernails, bro. Cut the shit. You've done nothing. Calm down.
I get that.
Lock it.
No, I
that's
get
the point. But that's the point. Hold on, because we gotta get to the next segment. When we end it. That's my point. You made my point for me. Listen, yeah, Caleb's good, but all the talent that you had, it just can't be all about the offensive line and the offensive coordinators. You had too much talent for them to win what the games that they won. To be picked, the Bears are picking in the top 10 this year again. In the top 10 with all that talent on offense.
And on defense.
I agree.
And on defense. So that's all I'm saying. It can't be all on the offensive coordinators and the O-line.
How many games did Caleb Williams throw over 35 passes and under 200 yards?
A lot of games. Well,
okay, you can't do that. You can't.
But whoever the play caller did that.
I mean, dude, honestly, DJ Moore had problems with Caleb Williams. He may not have said it publicly, but you could on the field.
You can see
he hated that dude. he fucking hated him.
He was more in tune with Fields than Justin Fields.
I think Caleb behind closed doors is a problem because DJ Moore didn't do that in Carolina with any of the shitty quarterbacks. He didn't do it with Justin Fields, but he did it with Caleb Williams.
I agree.
Doomsday was frustrated. They was all frustrated.
Keenan Allen was way out of character. I've never seen Keenan Allen act like this in his 12 years. I think Caleb is a problem behind closed doors.
Again, let's see.
They just don't want to admit it.
As a Bears fan, my only point is this: as a Bears fan, look, before the draft, I was told we didn't get Caleb Williams because of the comment that he made about he was going to be better than Patrick Mahomes. We did a show, and I was like, bro, got to pump his brakes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to root for my guy. So I get what y'all saying.
I think he needs to grow up. I definitely think he needs to grow up.
No, he do need to grow up. I agree.
All right. No doubt. We got crazy off track. But all right, let's get to the topic of real quick. Robert Saleh goes back to the 49ers, okay, as defensive coordinator.
Yeah, the moment they called that, I put it in the chat last night. Cohen was going to Jacksonville.
Yep, true indeed. All right. So now, our guy, our brother Marky, put something in our chat. You know, we have a chat during the week, figure out what we're going to talk about. And what he put was a caption that somebody put. And it's, of course, my guy, Jaden Daniels, where it says, we're going to have an uncomfortable conversation. Shout out to John. I don't know if it's Instagram, Twitter. Anyway, doesn't matter. Shout out to him. We're gonna have an uncomfortable. We're gonna have some uncomfortable conversations on this app if Jaden Daniels makes the Super Bowl before Lamar Jackson. So we got to going crazy, and I agreed with Marky, but I also said it needs to happen if who else needs to be lumped in there is Josh Allen. But before I go, Wakil, you want to go before we let Marky go off? We about to go at it. Let's do this. So that's what I'm saying. Lamar Jackson, listen, let's go stats here. I'm going to go playoff stats. I'm going to lay it all out and we can just start arguing. Because let's keep it, you know what I mean?
Talk about that game that
Lamar, Josh Allen is 7-5 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Forget about regular season. We're just talking about playoffs. For the most part, his worst rating was in the game against Cincinnati, 2022. That divisional round playoff game where they lost 27-10, 68%. That was his worst. Lamar Jackson is 3-5 in the playoffs. He missed the playoffs 1 year, and wait a minute. Yeah, he missed the playoffs 1 year, and then he was hurt in 1 year. He was hurt the year that they played the Bengals. Yeah, they played the Bengals and lost. That was when the Bengals went right up there and beat Buffalo right after that. Huntley played, I believe, who it was. Okay. Excuse me. His worst rating, 61%. That was a loss to the Bills in 2020, 17-3. He didn't throw any touchdowns. He threw a pick. Now, don't get me wrong. Josh Allen has lit it up in the playoffs. New England, he threw 5 touchdowns. Kansas City, the very first next week, with that game that's going to go down as the greatest game ever, one of the greatest games ever, when they lost to Kansas City 42-26, he threw 4 touchdowns. And he didn't throw any picks. You know what I'm saying? He had 136 passer rating. I'm sorry, QB rating. Overall, yeah. You look at this, Josh Allen has done his thing in the playoffs. They haven't lost because of him. But that still is the reason why you lump him in this conversation, because you still got to get there. When are you going to get there? At some point, you got to get there.
We are talking about Lamar Jackson losing playoff games for his team. It's that simple. Josh does it. Lamar does.
But that's not.
Lamar had one game. Lamar had one game this season.
But that wasn't the premise of it. That wasn't the premise. That's not what was in this caption. It just says, look, we got to have a conversation about Lamar.
Because Lamar doesn't show up in the playoffs, which is the conversation. Lamar fumbles it away for his team. He had the 1 seed
not
around, threw 3 picks to Tennessee, lost 28-10.
Yes.
Next year, he got bounced out in the wild card round. The year after that, I think it.
No, wild card. The next year they beat Tennessee in the wild card round. Then they lost to Buffalo in the divisional.
Buffalo in the divisional round. Okay, and then he loses to Joe Burrow, and then he goes.
Well, he wasn't there. Remember, he was hurt.
And then he comes in this season off the greatest season he's had.
Yeah.
He's never had a multiple turnover game until when?
Sunday against Buffalo. Yeah.
Going back to
12 touchdowns, 12 turnovers in the playoffs. Now, if you want to take it to the grand scheme of things, who's the better organization? Baltimore, historically.
It's Baltimore in a short time.
Who's the better coach? Harbaugh or McDermott?
Harbaugh.
You still give it to Harbaugh.
Who had the better defense on Sunday?
That's debatable.
Baltimore. I say Baltimore.
Okay, so there it goes. There we go. Everything around Lamar is good enough for him to show up and win. And then not only that, you add a superstar in Derrick Henry to give him the leeway to do what he did this season.
Well, that's on Todd Monken, though. He only ran him 16 times. Why do you only give him the ball to him 16 times?
Because he had 21 yards in the first half. He couldn't move.
But so you don't stick with the run? He's moving in the second half?
No, dude, Lamar got you there.
He got him down.
Lamar got you there, and Lamar fumbled it away. That first pick was egregious.
Well, of course.
That strip sack was dumb. And he did the same thing last year. He did the same thing last year at home against Kansas City.
But I get what you're saying, but it's still, I get it. It's a playoff. I get it. The Bills don't lose. They lost because, okay, I'll tell you the game they lost because of Josh Allen. His first playoff game against Houston. That was crazy. We all saw it. He was running around like a maniac. Okay, hold on. I got you. Hold up. The game against the Chiefs, AFC Championship game in 2021, he threw 2 picks. He threw 2 picks and he threw 2 touchdowns and an interception. His pass rating was 80. QB rating was 80, whatever it is. Obviously against Cincinnati, he was horrible. He was 68, like I said. So he hasn't really had any bad games like that. They haven't lost because of him as much as the Ravens have lost because of Lamar. But that still puts more pressure on him. When are you going to win too?
Jaden Daniels is literally 1 win away from tying Lamar in a rookie season. What are we talking about?
He already is, right?
What are we talking about?
He's got 3 wins already. He's got 2 wins. He's got 2 wins.
Okay, so Jaden Daniels as a rookie is literally a game away of tying Lamar in 8 years for a playoff victory. This shouldn't be a conversation.
But I mean, look what. Wait, whoa! Time out. Pump your brakes, bro. You in the NFC. You comparing the NFC versus the AFC. AFC is way more stacked than the NFC, bro. I don't care what nobody say.
By far, it's Jaden Daniels.
Who had a harder road? The AFC is better.
Who had a harder road?
To get to the what? To get to where they got to get to now?
Right now.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels on the road.
Jaden Daniels and the Commanders. You had to walk into Detroit and beat them. You dropped 45 on their fucking head.
Yeah, a depleted team.
Nah, you can't use that.
You were playing the number 1 scoring offense with the 20th ranked overall defense and dropped 45 on them.
Pick 6 is 3 picks. Yeah, 4 turnovers.
But
there's been 6.
I don't think that was a harder role because going into the playoffs, as far as the NFC, I felt like it was wide open versus what it was in the AFC. You know what I'm saying? Like
AFC people are already signing off on Lamar and Patrick Mahomes in the AFC Championship game. They were already saying it.
Of course, yeah, they should have won. I think the Ravens should have won. Look, listen. The premise of this is what you said. You're right. The conversation about Lamar is already ratcheted up. Whether Jaden Daniels wins Sunday or not, it's already there. Like, yo, bro.
It is because he loses the game for them.
It's over. You know what I'm saying? It's over for them. But are you saying this? Is there not going to be a time when Josh Allen should never be lumped in? So if he loses on Sunday, is he going to get a pass?
So, but here's the thing. So this is why I'm not putting Josh Allen in this conversation with Jaden Daniels and Lamar Jackson.
Well, what's Jaden Daniels in this anyway? But I get what you're saying.
This is the conversation.
I got it.
It's Jaden Daniels. He's about to tie Lamar Jackson for wins in 1 year. Lamar's been there for 8. Josh has 7 playoff wins. 4 of his losses are against the guy no one can fucking beat.
And what he could beat.
So Lamar has lost to shittier quarterbacks over and over and over and over and over and lesser teams over and over and over and over.
So we'll see. All right, so Phillip Rivers. Oh, yeah, Ryan Tannehill.
Come on, what do we... Thank you.
Patrick Mahomes. Well, he's lost to Josh Allen twice and Patrick Mahomes once, and then it's Phillip Rivers and Ryan Tannehill. You know what I'm saying? And
Josh Allen's lost to who? Every one of Josh Allen's playoff losses has been against the team that makes the Super Bowl.
No. Deshaun Watson was one.
So outside of that one, the year Joe Burrow beat him is the title.
No, they lost. They went to the AFC Championship game and KC beat them. But you're right. I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I know what you're trying to say. Joe Burrow's already been there. I got it. He went there the year before that. I get what you're trying to say.
He's losing. He lost once to Joe Burrow, and then he lost to what everyone's calling the greatest quarterback to ever step on a field. It's like Lamar hasn't even gotten to that point where he can even be in that conversation. And we're already saying, well, what about Josh Allen? What about Josh Allen?
It's not about what about it. I think they both should be in there.
Brothers should be on here to defend Lamar. because he's a big Lamar Jackson.
Listen, Peyton Manning had the same fucking problem for the first decade of his career.
He did.
Brady.
Yeah.
He couldn't beat Brady.
Not even Brady. He just
Chad Pennington. He couldn't beat anybody. He couldn't beat anybody.
It's not saying that Lamar is a terrible quarterback. It's just this
Playoffs, he's not there.
Phillip Rivers is another one who never even, and he's bald. Playoffs came, he fell apart.
But as far as like
the lights get bright, they fall apart. Lamar happens to be one of them. You can't win with Lamar in the playoffs. I agree. Derrick Henry should have 35 carries.
But I think let's see what happens with if Jaden Daniels and them make it to the Super Bowl, then I could have that conversation as far as comparing him and Lamar.
But I get what Marky's saying. You can. I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead, Wakil. Before you forget, let me let you finish.
No, I'm just gonna say if he beat Philly, which is this is their biggest rival, this for the NFC title, not the division.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If he beat them, then we can have that conversation. Right now, people need to pump their brakes, let these dudes play. I get it. Lamar, he failed again. You know what I'm saying?
But I think it's still a question.
If Lamar had 5 wins,
they in different conferences,
5-6 or 5-7 or 6-7, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Jaden Daniels is literally
right there. He's got 2 wins
away of having the same amount of wins.
Even if I could see a scenario next week if Jaden Daniels doesn't win, but he still got 2 wins, they're gonna bring this up when they critique.
I even think if they lose and they keep it close.
Well, it's going to be a critique regardless, even if they get blown out.
I think if they get blown out, you're going to start hearing the moment was too big for the rookie.
No, not even that. What I'm saying is they're going to critique Lamar. They're going to when they critique Lamar Jackson, they're going to use Jaden Daniels regardless. Jaden Daniels.
To be honest with you,
hold on. He's got
a comparison.
What you said?
I think we should have the conversation. I mean, Jalen Hurts has more playoff
and Lamar Jackson, but they won't. They won't because Jalen Hurts, according to them, he's not an elite quarterback.
But and that's what I'm saying. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. They won't have the conversation because Jalen Hurts isn't an elite quarterback, but Lamar is. Jalen's been to a Super Bowl, called out in the Super Bowl. Now he's going back to another one, and he's not elite, but Lamar is.
And guess what?
This is the problem. You know the Lamar hype is the reason why he gets this. He's not who the media and people think he is.
Well, John Harbaugh blew him up like that.
Oh, he's blowing him up. Lamar got good numbers in the playoffs. He just can't. He just hasn't done it, and he's flopped when it comes to the playoffs.
Dude, not only that,
he's flopped when it comes to the playoffs. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That's cool.
Okay, so these are Lamar Jackson's passing stats outside of this year because the only year he threw 4,000. 3,000 yards and 24 touchdowns. 2,000 yards. 17 touchdowns. 2,800 yards. 16 touchdowns. 2,700 yards. 3,100 yards. 1,200 yards. What are we talking about? He's not elite. Not even close. And Josh Allen is the only quarterback in NFL, any player, not even quarterback, player, who have over 4,000 total yards and 40 touchdowns in 5 consecutive seasons. Lamar Jackson can't even lick Josh Allen's cleat. He can't.
Okay, then that's more. Then that means the pressure's more on Johnson, bro. When are you gonna get there?
But here's the thing. But no, the pressure's on Lamar because they put him on a pedestal he doesn't deserve to be on. Are we serious?
So
when we talk about the top quarterbacks in the AFC, it's always Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, and Jackson. Herbert is literally better than him statistically.
Interesting.
Lawrence is better than him statistically.
Interesting.
DJ Stroud is better than him statistically. Brock Purdy Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, Dak Prescott,
We're talking
Jared
about
fucking
this
Goff.
year, no, though. But this year, no. This year, no.
This year,
Lamar
no.
just did.
Correct. So he's had one elite season in 6-7 years with two MVPs.
We already
on, man.
Okay, so who wins the MVP?
Josh Allen now because he beat Lamar.
Yeah, he's gonna win it now. He's definitely gonna win it now. All right. Okay.
It could be unfair on Lamar because he doesn't deserve to be in the conversation, and maybe that's why the record. I think
that's why you're looking at it like that. You don't think he deserves to be in the conversation. I got it.
He doesn't.
I got it. You know what I'm saying?
In the conversation, but that's where we put him. So the conversation needs to be had. Are you that dude? And he's not.
Shout out to
it's not me hating on Lamar Jackson. I like Lamar Jackson.
We're not saying that. We're not saying that. You got your opinion.
I think he's good. I just don't think he's not. Patrick Mahomes is in a stratosphere of his own. Then the next layer of quarterbacks are Allen, Burrow, Herbert, Goff, Stafford. And then the next tier down is probably Lamar. If you want to talk numbers. He's a winner. He wins 85, 86% of his games, but he's not the guy that'll carry you because his numbers have shown he can't even carry his team.
Okay. All right.
And the one year they let him carry the team, he goes off, and guess what? Right where they need him to show up again, he doesn't fucking show up.
But Derrick
Jackson folds under pressure. Every big game he's been in, he folds.
It's tough, man. So it's hard to defend. I'm not going to defend that, but all I'm saying was what sparked it was really, yes, Lamar definitely. It's time to have that conversation, but I just feel like we got to have it about Josh Allen.
I think it's the pass that he's been getting for the last 2 years, which
we'll see. I
feel like Lamar gets more criticism than Josh Allen
because he's in a tier that he shouldn't be in, so he's critiqued more because he's not on the same level.
Well, I mean, but Marky, when you hold on, Wakil, when you go into tiers, Marky says Mahomes, and then here. Everybody else, the pundits say Mahomes, Allen, Burrow. Now they put them all, and Jackson, they put them all in one tier.
And Lamar's not in there. He's like, that's what I'm saying. His numbers aren't in there. The media puts him in there. And that's what I think the problem with Lamar is. We have him. He shouldn't be. He's not in the same league as these. For fuck's sake, Burrow should be MVP, in my honest opinion. The dude, he's the best quarterback in the NFL as of today. Like he is.
He didn't even have
touchdowns and 4 picks and 5,000 yards.
What are you talking about? Burrow had no weapons. Mike Gesicki,
Jamar Chase,
No. I didn't say Burrow. I said Josh Allen didn't really have no weapons.
Oh.
I mean, he really hasn't. Outside of Stephon Diggs, give me another legit guy.
This year, no, yeah. I mean, Amari Cooper is there. He's been in and out.
He was silent, bro.
Shakir.
Shakir just
Matt
came
Collins.
On this year.
He just came on, kind of.
And he did this. And James Cook just came on this year.
So Cole's been hurt. Yeah, right.
So Josh Allen's been doing this with him and Diggs by themselves.
Yep.
Right.
Lamar Jackson's got.
Yeah, I would say Josh should get to. Yeah, Josh should get to. Again, shout out to Q. I know that's your squad, Brody, but man.
Yeah, I'm okay with Josh winning it now. I went with Lamar. I was going with Lamar, but Josh beat him head to head. You know what I mean? Josh Allen going to win it.
And he did win less. Like Derrick Henry, a top 2 offensive line, a top 10 defense. Like Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, Zay Flowers. Those are legit, but I mean, he's got a better overall roster than what Josh Allen was working with. Not to mention all the injuries Buffalo had on defense.
Yeah,
middle of the year.
Taylor Rapp came back.
But he's hurt again too. He's hurt again. Christian Beneford's hurt again going into Sunday's game.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
That's why the Chiefs gonna win.
Exactly. I'll say this: if he I'll put Josh Allen in this tier of 2 ways. Completely fucking folds on Sunday. Or he doesn't do it next year.
Okay.
That's what if we have another 13-second game, You know what I mean? If we have something really super close, they're up and the ball's in Mahomes' hand and Mahomes pulls it off, whatever. But if they lose by more than 7, I would say more than 10.
Yeah.
Then okay, we need to have we'll have the conversation.
Which they not, because the Chiefs don't cover point spreads anyway. So,
or if the Bills get dog walked,
they not. It's gonna be.
I mean, with the way the refs have been going with the Chiefs, man, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh my goodness! All right.
Listen, it's not even just me. Joe Mixon called it out. Marlon Humphrey called it out. DJ Houshmandzadeh called it out. D'Amico Ryans called it out. Will Anderson called it out. Everyone's been calling it out.
New England got the same treatment. So, I mean...
that's something different, man. Like, I know they talked about it. Like, when Mahomes tiptoed out of bounds, hoping he was going to get a call... When he tipped out of bounds, hoping he's going to get hit out of late hit out of bounds, that was kind of corny that he did that.
But the thing is like New England. So the New England flags and the Kansas City flags. What I've noticed of the difference is majority of Kansas City flags are after the refs look at each other and the play's over. They're not big play.
Right.
They're literally like, fuck, throw that flag. Outside of one drive. Every fucking drive, Houston crossed the 50. They threw 3 or more flags on Houston. All bullshit flags.
Still got to play through it.
But you can't when you go from 1st and 10 at the 20 to 1st and 30 at the 40.
No doubt.
Like, what are you gonna do?
Start practicing that. You watch it.
No doubt. All right, there we go. Let's power through it. Matter of fact, let's just power through it. We're gonna take a break. Let's just power through it real quick. All right, next segment. Let's get to it. So, now we're doing this show. Season's over for most teams. Segment we like to call Tight Eye. We'll let you know how we feel. We were a fan of these teams that have lost and been eliminated, I should say, and are done for the season. And then we'll see you next year. Let's start. We didn't do the wild card teams that lost. We're going to do them. We're going to do the wild card teams and the divisional teams. So we got 10 teams here. Start with in order that they lost. LA Chargers lost 32-12 to the Houston Texans. Marky, how you feeling if you're a Chargers fan today?
I'm feeling better. He made it to the playoffs with nobody.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like Ladd McConkey and Gus Edwards and Jake Dobbins and Quentin Johnston. Like, you made the playoffs. Like, I feel good.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about that game, but I feel good overall.
Yeah.
Wakil.
Yeah, I'm all right. No, they didn't have anybody. Hopefully they add some more pieces. They won with defense and running the ball.
True indeed. I don't know. Never mind that they made the playoffs, but I'm worried about Justin Herbert, man. Like, it's time to start. Yeah. Not the same conversation as Lamar. Just, bro, when are you going to get there?
Yeah, he's in that conversation with Lamar. Him and Justin Herbert are in the same.
When are you going to get there? You know what I'm saying? Khalil Puna Ford, the defensive lineman, he had a good year. He's a free agent. Asante Samuel Jr. is a free agent. Khalil Mack is a free agent. He might, I don't know. I hope he don't retire, but
no, he said he's not. He already came out and said he's not.
So I mean, Khalil Mack is a problem. Somebody's going to pay Khalil Mack still. So,
us watch.
So
drastically paid, overly washed up 35-year-old player.
I'm a little tight. If I'm a Chargers fan. I actually know I'm good. I need to know what's going on. Not going on. I'm just worried about the quarterback. I'm good, but I'm worried about the quarterback getting over the hump. Because some of those picks is like, what are you doing, Justin Herbert? What are you doing?
To be honest, dude, Houston was in his fucking grill.
Oh no, it was it was on. He had no time.
Bro, a couple of those sacks, I was like, he ain't getting up.
True indeed. All right. Pittsburgh Steelers, they lost 28-14 to the Ravens the other 2 weeks ago. Let's see. Najee Harris is a free agent. Okay, I don't know. Najee Harris is cool. He's a good running back, but whatever. You know what I mean?
Running back in NFL in the last 5 years in the NFL to rush for 1,000 yards every season.
Exactly. Yeah. So he's good. You know what I mean? He's not that breakaway.
With the shitty offensive line.
Yeah, but he's good. That's true. Okay. But I don't know. I'm not that enamored with him if I'm a Steelers fan. But if I'm a Steelers fan, what I want to see happen. First, I'm gonna say like this: I'm tight. I just need to know. Like I'm tired of being one and done. You got to figure out what you're going to. You got to keep one of the quarterbacks, either Fields or Wilson. Ride one of them and see what's going on, and the other one is trade George Pickens. Like George Pickens doesn't want to be here anymore. You seen by his press conference what he said. He talked about how he's seen some progression, how he's seen some growth. And they asked him, do you think he could get better or whatever the case? He said, nah.
He said, do you feel optimistic?
Feel optimistic. My bad. Nah.
Bro,
you know what
I
I'm
was
saying? Like,
dying.
it's like you said all that just to say, nah. Like,
I mean,
trade him.
I love George Pickens. I think he's what an NFL player should be.
No doubt.
A savage, a monster. But if I'm a Pittsburgh fan, I'm hitting the panic button. I'm panicking. TJ Watt went 200 snaps without registering a statistic.
Ooh. Not a sack, not nothing. Yeah, you seen them both.
Cam Hayward's over 35.
Yeah,
He's like
you seen him. Yeah, you seen him.
Patrick fell off.
Yeah, you seen him. Yeah.
Their linebackers were bad outside of Patrick McQueen.
Yeah.
They have no one opposite Pickens.
Yeah.
I don't think Wilson or Fields is the answer.
Yeah, I don't.
Warren's always hurt. Najee Harris, they're not bringing him back.
You got to keep one of them just in case, though, to me. In my opinion,
yeah,
you got to
and not only that, 6 straight playoff losses, I'm in fucking full-blown panic mode. Honestly, if Mike Tomlin doesn't win a playoff game next year, you have to fire him.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Wakil.
And you got to get players. I'm tired of them. So.
Tight.
Hey.
All right. All right. Okay. The Denver Broncos lost 31-7 to the Bills, obviously a couple weeks ago. Marky, how you feeling about the Broncos?
I'm excited, man. They didn't even deserve to be there. Like, not deserve it, sorry. They weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Bo Nix was not supposed to be this good. Cortland Sutton finally has a quarterback. They have a solid defense. They just need a couple more pieces, another receiver, a legitimate real running back. I think they're good.
Wakil.
I'm be tight on them because I believe in sophomore genes.
Stop it! You're a fool, bro. You're a fool.
Pardon me. No, I'm alright with them. They did surprise me though.
I picked them
if you're a Broncos fan, you definitely should be feeling really good.
I'm good.
Even though that game was ugly.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. It was.
I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm good if I'm a Broncos fan, man. We're ahead of schedule. I'm awesome if I'm a Broncos fan. We're good. Packers lost 22-10 to the Eagles. Wakil, how you feeling if you're a Packers fan? Play the game. Play the game. Good.
Man, look. They lost to the Bears. And then to add more insult to the wound, they lost to the Eagles. I'm tired on them. First of all, 1-5. Josh Jacobs is good. No doubt. But I think the defense is overrated. And it would concern me with Jordan Love. I asked a Packer fan that I work with the other day. I'm like, bro, how do you live with Jordan Love just throwing interceptions all the time? That's all he do. He throw interceptions, and then he might come back later on in the game when they down by like 14 or 20 or whatever the case may be. I'm tight. They should be worried. Detroit should be worried. So
you should be worried. Keep your whole head in the screen, bro. Just say, there you go.
If I'm a Packers fan, I'm terrified. Jordan Love is not that guy. He's not him. You take away the Toyota-thon, and he's not even an average quarterback. He's always hurt. He's always getting hurt. He's throwing outrageous throws.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Nah, I'm panicking. You just paid this man.
Yes.
Just paid him. Cash him out. But this is what the Packers do.
Yeah. I'm tight too. You know what I mean? Like they can't beat elite teams. Like I need you to beat some elite teams. And again, and part of it is like y'all said, Jordan Love. What are you doing? Some of the throws, like, what are you doing, man? What the hell are you doing?
He wants to be Aaron Rodgers, but he's Brett Favre. I'm tight. I'm tight if I'm a Packers fan. Like you got a young team. They're a really young team. But I'm still tight overall because I need my quarterback. My quarterback is starting to scare me, and they just could not beat
elite teams.
I mean, they don't have a receiver either. I want to see
And Christian Watson just got hurt again. ACL. He's not going to be back.
The number one receiver.
Dude, honestly, move on from him. I don't think Jaden Reed's a number one. I don't think Dobbs is a number one. I don't think Diggs is a number one.
That.
Like, if
they were just trying to do it.
If you know what, Packers, go get T. Higgins. See how it works.
If you got it, yeah, absolutely.
Not though. They not. Trust me, they don't spend money here.
They're not gonna. Yeah, they're not gonna be able to give him the bag that he wants. But if you can, you need to do it. You need to give Jordan Love a legitimate option and see if he's your guy.
No doubt. All right. The Bucks obviously they lost to my Commanders 23-20 in the wild card round. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm a little worried. I'm kind of tight. Because they should have got further. They should have beat the Commanders. And I think they would have beat the Lions. They would have had a good chance to beat the Lions. Baker Mayfield was outstanding. Here's my concern and where I'm tight. Again, it's not their fault. Liam Cohen left. But it's going to be Baker Mayfield's third offensive coordinator in 3 years. Not one, not two, 3 in 3 years. 3 consecutive seasons, he's had a different offensive coordinator. Can't work. You know what I'm saying? That just can't work. Like that's not a successful way to move about it. If I'm the Tampa Bay Bucks fan, again, Chris Godwin's a free agent. Now, again, they did pretty well when he went down. Mike Evans is there. Offense still lit it up. You got Bucky Irvin, who ran the ball great. They got McMillan. So, but still, I don't know, man. Consistency is the key, man. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of concerned.
This is now the question's going to come into play when we see it this year. Is Baker actually really that good? He's getting these guys jobs because you don't do this 2 years in a row because
true indeed.
You know what I mean? And if I'm being honest, Dave Canales' offense didn't look anything like what he was trying to do.
Yeah, in Carolina, no, not in Carolina. Yeah, right.
But it wasn't a good offense. I didn't think this. Like, I don't think the scheme works. So, is it Baker making the schemes work?
Right.
Or are these two? Or is this just a fucking major coincidence that they just happen to have two wicked crazy OCs? But I think if we watch Dave Canales this year, see what Carolina does building. Jacksonville's already in play. If these two offenses fall flat on their face, you got to have the conversation. Maybe Baker Mayfield's elevating play of the team.
True indeed. Wakil, how you feeling?
I'm tight on Tampa Bay.
Okay.
I'm good. Yeah. I'm good because Baker so far has been everything that you could ask of and more. Defense is still good when they're healthy. They'll bring Godwin back. I don't think anyone's going to sign him.
And again, but see, the reason why I'm tight on them is because technically the Falcons were supposed to run away with this division. And
I agree. But the Bucs ended up doing it, so that's why I'm a Bucs fan. I'm feeling good.
Yeah. But the Falcons technically threw the towel in on the technicality, and that's what allowed Tampa Bay to win that division. Period.
Yeah.
Maybe dumb decisions.
So it was just by luck of the draw that Tampa Bay won that division and got to the playoffs. And technically, I know I picked Tampa Bay to beat Washington because I felt like they had the veterans to win the playoff game. But yeah, they shouldn't have lost that game against Washington, but they did. So I'm tight on them.
I got you. All right. The Minnesota Vikings lost 27-9 to the Rams. Wakil, how you living? How you feeling?
I'm tight on all my division folks.
Of course you are.
I'm fine. You won 15 games with Sam fucking Darnold. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm pretty sure Sam Darnold's gonna leave now. Is JJ the answer? You have the pieces around him. Is he the answer? The defense will get better. I mean, now Brian Flores leaves. We'll see what happens now. But if not, I see Brian. Where's he going to go? I don't know unless he goes to New Orleans. But if not, he comes back. Okay. But I think definitely re-sign Aaron Jones. And then if I'm a Vikings fan, I'm cool. I'm cool, man. I'm good. What a year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they lost two. They had 2 heartbreaking weeks where they had their chance to take it and show us something. They didn't do it, but it's okay. I'm cool.
The Vikings had 4 losses all season. All 4 came to the Lions and the Rams.
Right. I'm cool because nobody had the Vikings making the playoffs. Nobody had the Vikings even that close Definitely not no damn 14 wins. Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool if I'm a Vikings fan. Texans, they lose to the Chiefs. Obviously, we talked about questionable calls. We did all that already. They need to build this offensive line. I'm tight. Build an offensive line. You need to do something at wide receivers because your wide receivers are listen, I'm not disrespecting none of them. Nico Collins is in and out of the lineup. Tank Dell, we know Tank Dell's gone for all next season. You know what I'm saying?
His career's done.
I don't want to say that, but I get you. Then Steph Diggs, he's a free agent. I don't know if they're gonna bring him back. They might not. So now you got to upgrade. You still got John Mechie. If he comes along, okay. Now you got to upgrade at the wide receiver position. Texas fan, I'm tight. Build his O-line and you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Build O-line. O-line needs to be built. The defense is great. Focus on his offensive line.
They fired Bobby Slowick.
Slowick, yeah, right.
If I'm a Texans fan, I'm panicked because that offensive scheme that was rolled out this year was atrocious.
Atrocious. Garbage.
I'm not in full blown panic mode, but I'm
right.
my seat a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little antsy here because CJ Stroud, he looked very average.
Different. Wakil, what's up? He said it right.
He was pedestrian this year.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude. That exactly. No, I agree.
I'm tight on Houston. Like, because the thing I kept hearing before the season, especially when the Bears drafted Caleb. Oh, CJ Stroud, they finna do this. The Houston Texans finna do this and do that. That was from everybody in Houston. And I was like, wait a minute. Sophomore jinx. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, they play in a weaker division. You know what I'm saying? The AFC South is trash. Tennessee, and I can't even think of the other one.
Oh, the Colts and the Jaguars, yeah.
Jaguars, which I had the Jaguars winning that division. Oh, or not winning the division, but getting to the playoffs. So nobody really put up a fight in that division. So, they won that by default. So they won that division by default. They give them props for beating the Chargers. But again, the Chargers don't have anybody. So, yeah, I'm tight on Houston.
Yeah, it's got to listen. Just like I said, build that O-line, man. I just need to start with that O-line, and we'll figure out what receivers and all that other stuff. But definitely get CJ Stroud back to being what he was. All right, Detroit Lions. They lost to my Commanders last week, 31-45. Marky, what's up? How you feeling?
I'm not panicked, but I'm definitely concerned because both coordinators are gone.
Right.
The question's got to be asked. Is this actually Dan Campbell or is it Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson? And we're going to find out. I'm nervous if I'm a Detroit fan. Not panicked, I'm anxious because I don't know what to expect.
I concur. Wakil goes. I concur. I'm tight, because Dan Campbell was a leader, but he's not really. We know he's not defensive because he was a tight end, so he's not really an offensive mind either. He's just a leader. So now, who are the guys you're going to put in that's going to be defensive and offensive stalwarts, play calling wise, to keep this thing going? You know what I mean? Carlton Davis III is a free agent. He was hurt a lot this year, but still, when he's healthy, he's a damn good corner. You know what I mean? Obviously, you got Terry and Arnold. You got the defense is going to be back. They're not going to have 18 guys on injured reserve, so they're going to be fine. Offense, with the weapons he got, they should be fine. But like Marky said, I'm with you. Are they going to take steps back with the regime change as far as offensive and defensive coordinators? So yeah, I'm a little concerned. I'm a little tight.
They're going to be hiring internally, so hopefully this isn't that much of a scheme change.
True indeed. Okay, if they do that, all right. So let's go to the Rams. The Rams lost 28-22 to the Eagles. I feel like if it didn't snow, the Rams would have won that game. Wakil, how you feeling if you're a Rams fan?
I'm tight on them too because you don't know what's going to happen to Stafford. He contemplating retirement. Granted, they got the weapons with Puka Nacua. McCool, and they got what's his
Cup,
name?
if you still want to say that, but Tyler Higbee, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They got
But
Robinson.
but the one thing they probably should have beat the Eagles if it wasn't snowing. But at the same time, man,
Kyron Williams was starting to run on the Eagles, man. For that, listen, man.
But then the
that snow started. He was starting to do it because again, don't get me wrong. I'm not making excuses for him. He said he's from the Midwest. He knows about snow, but he was starting to break down that Eagles. Listen, he was starting to get through there. He had 100 yards. He rushed for over 100 yards. So,
I'm fine if I'm a Rams fan. You weren't even supposed to be here.
True indeed.
And if it wasn't for the snow, I think they would have won. The only way I'm worried is if Stafford calls it a career.
Right. I agree with you.
I'm worried. Until then,
I think
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm good too. Like this, nobody picked him to win the division. I did.
Yeah.
I picked him to win the division. But either way, you know what I'm saying? They got good young players. Braden Fisk. Yeah, you and I.
I picked them.
No, you did exactly. Anyway,
I picked them to go to the playoffs.
All right, but okay, I picked them to win the division. They won the division anyway. My Florida State guys, Jared Verse and Braden Fisk are great. Braden Fisk got hurt in that game. Man, people forgot. And again, they got a great young core. Will Sean McVay stay? And then what do they do about? They got to start thinking about replacing Stafford anyway. They already got to start doing that this year. You know what I'm saying? So and that's so. But overall, though, like Marky said, I'm good, man. We good. They playing with house money, man. Great season for the Rams. Great season. Last but not least, we just talked about them. Baltimore Ravens. They lost 27-25 to the Bills. Ah, man, I'm tight. If I'm a Ravens fan, I'm tight because I said it in the chat. I don't think they'll ever win a Super Bowl. I don't see it. Like, I just don't see the path. I just don't see it, man. I don't see it. As much as we talked about, we argued about whatever. That's a whole nother thing. And Josh Allen should get some too with Lamar Jackson. I agree that Lamar Jackson deserves a lot of heat, even though Jaden Daniels only has 2 wins, but he's 1 win away from Lamar Jackson in 1 season. And it's just when are you guys gonna win this thing? When are you gonna get there? Like if I'm outside looking in, I don't see it. I don't see a path to them getting there. I don't see it. So I'm tired if I'm a Ravens fan. Like last year was supposed to be the year. This year was like, okay, maybe.
Yeah.
And still this year, people was like, oh, this could be their year too. And it did. Like I don't see it. I just don't see it. I'm tired.
If Mahomes and Josh Allen have major injuries next year, they keep them silent.
It's not something that we're banking on, so we're not. No, that's not going to happen.
That's the only way, bro. Like what you?
It's the only way.
What other way can you get there?
No, there's no other way. There's no other way. I got you.
If I'm a Ravens fan, I'm in full blown panic mode. You can win all the regular season awards and all the regular season games you want. I honestly.
You got Derrick Henry
on this. I may be the only person in the world who's going to say this. I think the Ravens need to talk about not extending.
Yeah, I was going to say, as you're saying, I'm thinking it.
You might need to let this go and start over. He might need to go somewhere.
What has he been there? What has he been there? He's been there 15 years, 16 years?
No, not Harbaugh. I'm talking Lamar.
Oh, Lamar. All right. Okay.
Because again, like he's 7, 8. He's going on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going on his 8th year in the league. He's only thrown for 4,000 yards once. Yeah, he wins games, but this is a quarterback-driven league, and when you're averaging 2,000, 2,700 yards a season, dude, like, I think the talks need to be had of maybe once this contract's over with Lamar, you move on. Yeah. I don't think he's a bad player. I don't think he deserves to be in the same conversation as Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Herbert, Hurt, Jaden Daniels right now. I just don't think he deserves to be there.
Gotcha.
Probably take about half the NFL over Lamar.
Damn. I ain't going that far, but I got you. Wakil, what's up? How you feeling?
But, I'm tight on them too. I mean, Yeah, I don't see, and I said this before the season, like I just didn't see how they were going to get back, even going to the AFC Championship game with Buffalo and granted, this was his best season. When they got Derrick Henry, I was like, okay, maybe this, but that was their final push. What else can they do? What else can they do, bro?
Good.
What else?
The only
I just don't see. I don't
that
see
they could possibly do, which from what I'm reading, they can do it through maneuvering cap and contracts, is sign T. Higgins or a receiver,
Well, I mean,
something like that. If you, because that's the next step. I mean, because Zay Flowers is a good receiver, Rashard Bateman is a good receiver,
but he's not a
They're not, neither of them
they're
are
not
elite.
number one.
So now you're going to give Lamar an elite running back and an elite receiver. If you do that and Lamar folds again,
yeah, you need to blow it
up.
You got to blow it up and get rid of Lamar.
You have to blow it up at that point because you have literally given Lamar everything on a silver platter and he can't do it.
I agree. Because you know what's interesting about it? The Mark Andrews play, everybody trying to figure out who gets the blame for that. Is it Lamar? Is it Mark Andrews? When I watched it, I thought it was Mark Andrews' fault. But then I'm like, damn, the ball is slippery. It's cold out.
I will tell you, as someone who's played football in cold weather games as a receiver, it's not easy to catch those fucking weather balls.
I agree.
It's not. I don't care what level you're playing at. It's like a brick being thrown at your hand. And it's not, the grip's completely gone. And gloves make it worse. I ended up not wearing gloves in the cold weather games because it goes right through. It just goes right through, bounces right off. But if Lamar doesn't have those two atrocious turnovers, they're not even in that position. They're probably up 2 scores.
That fumble where Von Miller took it back. That's 10 points.
That's 10
points.
Yeah, there we go. Like that's a 10-point swing right there. And blame Mark Andrews because he had a fumble in the drop, but Lamar doesn't have those 2 turnovers. I don't even think they're in that position. I think they're up 10 at that point in the game. I really do.
I get it. I mean, I just think that they still had a fighting chance. It's kind of like they put themselves in Lamar put them in the hole, and then he tried to make up for it.
Bro, stay still. Is that why his camera's like fuzzing out? Just stay in one spot. What I was gonna say. All right. Cool. That ends tighter. All right, though. Thank you so much for playing. Y'all can play at home. Remember, like, subscribe, share, comment, support. Alrighty. We'll get to the LeBron stuff and everything next week. It's championship weekend, fellas. Time to make our picks when we get out of here. Woo-wee. All right, first game, 3:00 game. My Commanders.
Wait.
Goes in the Lincoln Financial Field.
Hold on. Who in the league?
Against the Eagles. I don't even know. I don't know.
As far as playoffs.
You won, bro. You won. Just take your win. I don't know. You won. Nah, I know you did. Because wait, I picked. No, yeah, you went 3-1 last week. Yeah, I went 2-2. Yeah, you know what I mean. Well, yeah, you basically. I don't know how I can't catch you. You won. Okay, won. So all right. So yeah, like I said, 3:00. Commanders, Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field. Whew. I'm going with the Commanders. Obviously, I don't care what it is. What you know what I mean? What's the line right now? I'll check it right now. I think it last was at
It should be 3.5, right?
Was it 3.5? I thought it was 6.
No, it probably was 6. I thought it might have dropped down to 3.5.
1 second here. So 6. Philly 6. Philly favored by 6. Wait, 6-point underdogs. I'm going with my Commanders anyway, man. We're going to shock the world. We got one more to get to the Super Bowl. Listen, Saquon Barkley's going to do his thing. Let's don't give up the big home runs. You know what I'm saying? Let him get his 20-yard runs, but not them big 70-yard runs. You know know, like you said, treat Jalen Daniels wants to be a running back. Treat him like that. He's gonna probably slide before you get to him, but if he wants to stay up just a little bit longer, you can pop him. Hit him, make him feel it. I'm saying, let him put. Listen, I know Jalen Hurts can throw the ball. I want to see him do it. I'm not saying he can't. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm not worried that he won't be able to get the deep ball down. Won't be able to throw the ball down the field. But I need to see him do it. Stop Saquon as much as you can and make him throw the ball. Make him put the ball in the air. We know he's got a bum wheel. Commanders all day. Hail to the Commanders. You're going to the Super Bowl. Who you got, Wakil? Well, we know you got. Marky, who you got?
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm honestly, I'm a big Jaden guy. I love this kid. I really I want them to pull this out so bad. But on the other hand, I do like Saquon. I think Saquon does deserve a ring after all this
Talk your shit, Mark.
But I'm going with the Commanders.
Okay. So
and you're a Bears fan anyway.
It don't matter. Yeah, I'm going with the Eagles, of course. The only thing I could say is
bro,
Jalen Hurts
still
he might have a great game. He might have a great game because you got to remember he's been out for 3 weeks. So that Packers game he was trying to get antiquated. Then of course this last game with the Rams, you know what I'm saying? It was snowing out. It was nasty, bro. He might show up even with Saquon.
He hasn't all season, so we'll see.
So
yes,
I don't think you play. I don't think you play if you was feeling like you couldn't play. So worry about Jaden Daniels don't get broken up.
I hear you.
Me too.
I hear you. Keep the screen. Sit down. Sit still so you see your head stays in the screen. Just take a seat. There you go. Just sit just like that. Don't move. Just like that. Don't move. All right. And in the night game, around 6:30 on CBS. We got the Bills. We got the Chiefs, the heavyweight matchup that everybody wants to see. Who you got, Wakil?
I got the Chiefs.
Okay. Got the Chiefs, huh?
Yep.
Marky, who you got? Left us.
Oh, I'm right there. Oh, you can't see it? Oh, hold on.
No, I see it now. Go ahead, show it.
It won't do it because of the background. There we go.
Oh,
that's what we're doing. We're going, Josh, beat these fucking guys, please.
Oh, I gotta agree with Marky. Bills, man. I got the Bills. Bills Mafia getting to the Super Bowl. Bills beat the Chiefs. The Bills are the more talented team. Josh Allen's going to do if he's not going to do it now, again, I'm not going to say I don't win, but it's going to start to question it. I think they get it done this week. They get it done this week.
I do too. Something tells me that this is
Can I just make this one point?
Go ahead, make the point.
I know that the Chiefs is going for a 3-peat, right? And the only way they could get this 3-peat, when they won their second Super Bowl, they beat the 49ers for the second time last year, right? It's kind of ironic, and I'm not trying to be Mr. Conspiracy Theory or nothing like that. It's ironic that if Philly make it to the Super Bowl, if they make it to the Super Bowl, going for a 3-peat, they'll have to go and beat Philly again.
Well, it's kind of ironic that ain't going to happen because the Commanders going to beat them. So don't worry. Don't you worry about that, Philly Bears fan.
With the whole officiating thing that's been happening with the Chiefs and every single person in the
everybody knows now that them calls going to go away.
They're calling it out, and then this is not only that. This crew, when this crew officiates the Chiefs games, they're 13-0.
Oh, right. Yes, I seen that. Yeah, I seen that.
So there's a lot happening here, and I think the NFL probably said, guys, you're gonna have to let this game go. And if that's the case and they let the game go, I don't think this is it. Because the Chiefs don't have good offense.
We'll see.
Not at all. Bills all day.
I know they haven't scored over 30 points all season.
exactly. Patrick Mahomes has had his worst statistical season ever.
Ever. Right.
They don't have the weapons, and the Bills match up better with the Chiefs. The Bills' defense matches up better with the Chiefs' offense.
Right.
You have Xavier Worthy who can take the top off, but I think Taron Johnson can lock that down.
Nah, but I mean, Xavier Worthy is more speed. I think
that's what he's saying. He take the top off. He's saying,
exactly. He's going to be in. I think he's going to be in the slot a lot, and if he is,
that's what I'm saying.
Nightmare, because I think Taron Johnson's going to body him.
And then you got D-Hop. So we'll see.
Not the same, but I mean, he's trying to come along. We'll see. You know what I mean? It'll definitely. I mean, see what. Listen, this could be the Hollywood Brown game where he comes back. You know what I mean? And does his thing, but I don't see it, man. I'm going Bills. Like I said, Bills. I'm Bills. Marky's Bills. Wakil's Chiefs. I'm Commanders. Marky's Commanders. Wakil's the Eagles. We'll see what happens. Thanks so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us tonight on this fine program. That is the Fanatical Massholes Show. We watch us every Sunday. We on YouTube, Spotify. Like, subscribe, share, comment, support the movement. Good luck to the teams. Y'all enjoy the games. For Marky, for Wakil, it's your boy Mizzo. We'll see y'all next week, man. Y'all be good. Peace and blessings. We out of here.
Cross that finish line, y'all. I'm across the finish line. Finish line. I'm across the finish line. Finish line. I'm across the finish line. I'ma go out there, get mine.